Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to RNG manip the item printer in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Before we get started, I should let you know that I had nothing to do with researching or developing this method. It was all done by KFotix and Anubis, so their Twitters and GitHubs will be linked in the description if you want to give them a follow. So before we get started doing the actual manip, let me explain a little bit about it and the things that we're going to need in order to perform said manip. So the first thing you're going to need to know about this is it is the only manip in Scarlet and Violet, and it is very, very useful for either competitive team building or for like shiny hunting or something. You can use it to get tons of rare items that would be significantly more tedious to find otherwise. You can use it for money farming because some of the items that come out of it are actually very valuable, and it is faster to farm money this way than any other way. You can also use it to get specific rare Pokeballs, like Master Balls for maybe resetting legendaries, or for whatever ball you would like to match a Pokemon with for a shiny hunt. I'm going to cover how to do regular mode, how to do the 2x item bonus mode, and how to do the Pokeball lotto mode. Now, before we get started, in-game, you're going to want to talk to her, and you're going to want to just hover over the I want to print something. You're going to leave it there for now. Then, out of game, we're going to need an app developed by KFotix called Item Printer to Gacha. This is used to find seeds for what you want, but Anubis already compiled a very comprehensive list, so we don't got to do that. We're just going to use it for its adjacent mode. This is going to help us find if we were early or late and by how much. Once that's done, we're going to open up Anubis's seed list, and this is going to be to help us find whatever we want. Like I said, we're doing regular mode first, so I've got this open here. Anubis has very comprehensive documentation on how to use her lists, and this list here is basically a guide in and of itself if you would like a text guide for that. This is also going to be linked in the description. The last thing we're going to need is the RNG Timer app that I'm using. I'm just using a browser-based one, so you don't have to download anything. We're going to be using the Gen 5 app, and you're going to set this to -11 in the calibration. Then for the seconds, you can just ignore that for now. Okay, back to the seed list. The way this is formatted is that it lists what the item is going to be, and then if it is a 5 print, a 1 print, or a 10 print. By the way, this video is sponsored by me. In case you didn't know, my friend Papa Hefe and I launched a brand new battling channel together. We're going to be doing live showdown battles in old gens.
Maybe he'll be really stupid and toxic.
We're going to be doing Wi-Fi battles with post-coms in old gens and maybe some modern stuff. And we're going to be doing IRL Ranbats together. If any of that sounds appealing to you, please check out our channel. It's called No Bottle Caps. So the best item I think here is the ability patch. This will let you get 7 ability patches minimum, which is a ton of them, way more than you're going to need. And they each sell for 125,000. The second most useful is probably Terra Shards. These days you can find them pretty easily just from picking them off the ground in the terrarium, but this is still probably faster. And every single Terra type shard gives you more than 50, so it means you just need to do 1 manip if you want to get a Pokemon's Terra type changed. With the exception of Terra Stellar, you're going to need to do 2 manips. They never give you more than like 45, I think. I'm going to show you how to do Terra Shard manip here because it will show you how to effectively navigate the item printer lists that she's got here. So we're going to click that and we're going to look, and you can see it's just one big document. How do I navigate this? What do I do? All you can do is just click Control F or Command F, I guess if you're on a Mac, and type what type of Terra Shard that you want. So I'm doing Stellar. So you can see this one has 6. That's not a lot. 7. That's 15. Here we go. This is the big one. This is where we got a lot of stuff. So you can see that this one will give us 41 Terra Stellar Shards, some Pretty Feathers, and some Hyper Potions. That's not so useful. What I'm going to do is scroll down until maybe we can get something that's a little bit useful here, right? So we can see this one gives us 43 Terra Stellar Shards, and that gives us 2 Irons and 1 Revive. That's pretty good. This one gives us 19 Flying Shards in addition to the 41 Terra Stellar Shards. That's pretty good. This one will give us a Firestone and a Star Suite. That's also pretty good. So you can see what I'm talking about, where you want to try and find one that gives you the best of both worlds. And this one, I think, is what I'm going to go for. This one gives you 42 Terra Stellar Shards and also 3 big nuggets. So you're getting farming a little bit of money, and you're farming Terra Stellar Shards at the same time. So, the way this is formatted is this gives you the seed, then it gives you the date, and then it gives you the time. The date is formatted year, month, day, and then the time is a 24-hour clock. I'm actually bad at using 24-hour clocks, so this is hour 23. Now, I know that's 11 p.m. because 24 is 0, but if you're ever confused, you could just Google it really quick. What hour is 23 in 24-hour clock? And it'll give you a conversion chart here. So 23 is 11 p.m. just so because the Switch doesn't do 24 hours, or I couldn't figure out how to get mine to do it. So what we're going to do is go into the Switch and put this date and time in. So this is 2/3/2023. So we're going to do that. While this is like this, we're just going to hit the home button. We're going to go down to system settings, and we're going to click date and time. If it says synchronized clock via internet, you're going to turn that off. And then in date and time, we're going to put what we've got here. So that was 2023. The month was 2. And the day was 3. Oops. It was 3. Now, for the time, my time was 23:32:51. So 23 is 11 p.m. The minutes was 32. And then, where do seconds go? Well, seconds go in the timer app. So, in the RNG timer here, we're going to put 51 seconds. So we got 51 there. We're going to put that in the RNG timer. 51. However, there's going to be a little bit of delay. So here we're probably going to be late, but I'm going to show you what that's like anyway. So at this point, what you're going to do is hit start on the timer app and then OK to confirm the date and time. And then you just go back into the game. And we're going to wait here. And the timer is going to count down, and it's going to beep 6 times towards the end. And when you get to the 6th beep, you're going to press A to click I want to print something. Now, it says 5 print, remember, in our documentation. So that means what we're going to do is set it to 5 print, and you can use whatever materials you want. Once you're in the actual printing menu, there is no concern for time. It is just here. So we don't have to worry or be quick or anything like that. So we're going to set it to 5 print. I'm going to click auto select, and then we're going to print and see what we get. So we got 18 bug Terra, 5 flying Terra, some PP ups, and some big mushrooms. So let's check where we landed. And we can do that with item printer to Gacha. So what we're going to do is in the internet section, we're going to go to the seed list and we're going to copy it. And we're going to put that in item printer to Gacha. We're going to set it to regular mode because that's what we're doing. And then we're going to paste the seed here. Oh. And we're going to set this to 5. So we can see we're supposed to get this. We did not get this. But if we look at our game, it looks like we got this. So we were 1 second late. You can see the date and time is the same, except 52 seconds instead of 51 seconds. So we could try aiming for 50 seconds instead if we want. Sometimes 50 seconds is too early, but let's see. It depends on the timer you're using. It depends on all that type of stuff. So we're going to close item printer to Gacha. We're going to go back to the RNG timer, and we're going to set this to 50 seconds instead of 51. Again, because we were a second late. We're going to back out of the item printer menu. And we're just going to do the exact same thing where we hover over here, go to the date and time, and recheck our seconds. I believe it was 32. or minutes, not seconds. And then we're going to start the timer at the same time as we hit OK here. And we wait. This is a very, very simple manip I found. So that's one of the reasons I was hesitant to make a tutorial on it. But I understand that not everybody is as confident doing something that is considered technical as I may be. And I would like my channel to have basically all RNG manips covered, so it should be good to have it here. If you have any questions about how to do this or use this type of manip further, you can join my Discord down below, or you can also ask the question in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Okay, here we go. So again, we're already set to 5 this time. I'm do auto select. And one of the nice parts about this too is you're basically going to be wasting less parts, because usually that's really loud. Usually when you do these manips, and see, there we got exactly what we wanted. 3 Terrastellar shards, 3 big nuggets, 1 black glass, as we can see in item printer to Gacha. That is exactly what we were supposed to be getting. And usually when you do these manips, or when you do the item printer, right, you go for 10 print because that gives you the most results and you get, you know, a bunch of random items. Here, we're doing 5 prints, which uses less materials, and we're getting exactly what we wanted. And this is very, very repeatable. I would show you that I would just do it again instantly, but I want to move on to cover the next type of manip, which is going to be the item bonus method. So we're going to close the timer, and we're going to open up the item printer. We're going to open up the list again. And we're going to go into the item bonus mode. Okay, now that we understand the basics of how to use the item printer, I'm going to cover how to use the combo seed lists. You would think that 2x item bonus mode and Pokeball lotto mode is what we would want. But no, these are actually for if you randomly trigger the item bonus mode or the Pokeball lotto mode, just doing normal gambling, then you would actually use these lists. But we want to force it to be in those modes and then immediately do an RNG minute. So we're going to use the combo seed list that Anubis has farmed. So this is actually, I showed you before how to farm Terrastellar shards. This is the best way to farm Terrastellar shards, because since in the 2x item bonus mode you're getting double, you are always getting enough to change a Pokemon's Terrastellar type. So we're going to be using single type Terrastellar shards again. Remember, you can use whatever you want here. And then you're just going to search for what you want. I want Terrastellar, so Control F, Stellar. And we could just search until we find a bunch of them. And there's a bunch of different options here, right? You could double farm fire Terra shards with Terrastellar shards here. But I actually think the best one is a little bit further down. It's here. This gives you 4 big nuggets, 4 gold bottle caps, 6 ability capsules, and 60 Terrastellar shards. So this is giving you a bunch of very useful competitive items and some stuff to farm monies. And revives actually are pretty good for selling as well. So I think this is a really, really good seed. But you could use whatever you want. Now, if you skipped just to this section, a couple of things to note. This is in 24-hour clock. So this is going to be 3 a.m., not 3 p.m. And then this is year, month, day organization. And then this is the seed that we're aiming for. Then we're going to go over to the RNG timer, and you know that it says 6 seconds. What did we learn from the last minute that we did? It's that 6 seconds isn't enough. We have to account for the delay that the fade in where you hit A, I want to print an item. So we're going to set it to 1 second earlier. We're going to set it to 5 seconds, not 6 seconds. Now, this timer says minutes before target 1, 65. What? Well, that's because this timer doesn't want you to have to rush too quickly. Maybe it's not going to be enough time. I think there would be enough time, but that doesn't matter. So we're going to change it to, instead of aiming for 3 hours 17 minutes, we're going to set our timer to 3 hours and 16 minutes, and then we're going to wait 1 additional minute. So the RNG timer is all set up. Let's go just perform the minute. So we're going to close this, set the timer here. Actually, we'll wait for that. So the date and time is 9/4/2017 with hour 3, minute 17, but we're changing that to 16. We'll bring up the timer. And we're going to hit start at the same time as I hit OK here. And we're just going to get back into the switch. And we're going to wait. Now, the way this works, remember, is we're going to do a 1 print, and that's going to be chained into a 5 print. Right? Anubis's thing tells you that. Right, we can go back into the internet to take a peep. Right? It says print 1 in regular mode, and then it will trigger the item bonus, and then we will print 5, or in this 5. Sometimes it's 10, right? Every single one of these is, tells you what to do. And now we just wait. Tyrogue is going crazy, by the way. I don't know why it constantly yaps in this room, but it's very funny. It's like behind on the treadmill thing, but it always triggers every, second. So hit A there. And we're going to do a 1 print. Again, normally you're doing 5 or 10. We're doing a 1 print. We'll just auto-select. Save our progress at OK. And the items that we're looking for are 4 big nuggets. We got 4 big nuggets. Again, because we calibrated in the first section, we're now going to be very consistent with this. At this point, all we have to do is another 5 print because item bonus is triggered. There it is. So set this to 5 print. Print again. And we'll get exactly what we want. We can see that's 4 gold bottle caps, 6 ability capsules, 8 revives, and 60 Terra Stellar shards. So again, this is very, very powerful. You are farming a lot of very important items at once doing this. Okay, and now we'll back out of here. Okay, the last thing that we have to do is show you how to RNG manip the Pokeball Lotto mode. And it's very, very similar to the mode that I showed you with the 2x item bonus. Okay, so the Pokeball Lotto mode is basically the same exact thing as the 2x item bonus mode. So what we're going to do is go into the combo seed list again that Anubis has farmed, and we're going to click rare balls single type. Now, my favorite is the lure ball, so we're going to search for that, see if we can find something like that. Lure ball, I think there's one that has a sport ball in here. All the way down here. Yep, there it is. So, again, this is the same as what we've done before, right? It's got the date and time here. We're going to go into our RNG Timer app. It's 41 seconds, so we're going to set it to 40 seconds, right? Then we're going to change the date and time to whatever this says, right? This is 2014/6/21, so it's year, month, date. And then the one after that is 6 hours, 9 minutes, 41 seconds. So 6 hours, 9 minutes. We're going to do that. The 6 will mean it's 6 a.m. because this is a 24-hour clock. Do not forget that. Make sure we're at the I want to print something screen. Go down here. Change it to what we need. 6/9. And then we're going to start the RNG timer at the same time as we hit OK here. Oops. And we wait. Now again, remember, we are doing a 1 print into a combo chain print, right? So our item printer says for the sport ball one, we're doing 1 item print, and we're looking to get a flower suite. We got a flower suite, and Pokeball Lotto mode is going to trigger. There it is. So as you can see, the instruction says print 5, and we'll get the lore balls. So we're going to do that. I print. We'll get our lore balls and sport ball. Five prismatic rares. And there it is, our lure balls and our sport balls. But you'll notice something, and this happened to us with the item bonus as well, but we have 5 print jobs left. Well, we can't just print again immediately, that won't work out for us, right? What we can do now is use the solo lists that Anubis farmed for just the either item print bonus or for the Pokeball Lotto bonus. And we can only print 5 because that's what we got left, but since this is still active, we can do 1 more RNG. So this is going to show you how to chain off of triggering this, right? Because triggering it usually gives you 10 print jobs, and then we can still have an additional 5. And I always like the 5 print jobs because when you do the 10 prints, the items you're going to be a lot less precise than what you would otherwise want. There's going to be like a huge assortment of Pokeballs, and that might be fun if that's just what you want. But for this, I like to get exactly what I want. So we're going to go for some Master Balls now. So let's look for the seed for that. So like I said, we're not going to be using the combo seed list anymore. We're going to be up here. You'd either be in the 2x item bonus mode or the Pokeball Lotto mode. This works exactly the same if you've got leftover prints or if you randomly trigger it. And so we're going to click single type 5 print here. And we're going to go for these Master Balls. Now, I only have 1 shot at this, so again, it's important to be pre-calibrated for this, right? Make sure you know what your timer setting should be, and aim for it. So it is 20:55, 9/2 at 10:54 a.m. with 50 seconds on the clock. So we're going to do 50 seconds here, and remember, not 50 seconds, 49 seconds. We got to be 1 second early. That's what our timer has been telling us to do. So we're going to close the internet, and we're going to go into the date and time. Wait, here it is. This is 9/2 2055. And it is going to be 10:54 a.m. Remember, 24-hour clock. Our timer also does not say minutes before target at all, so we're doing 10:54. And then we're going to hit start and OK at the same time. And we're going to wait. And then we'll get 4 Master Balls this way. It's 4 Master Balls and a Great Ball or something, yeah. There's probably better Master Ball combos that you could go for. Right, this one has a Dream Ball down here. That's pretty cool. But I'm not too interested in that. I just want the Master Balls, right? I just want the utility. I just want what I want. We're gonna get out, right? Now, if you're having trouble with the timer, what I like to do is to use the audio mostly. Like, if you'll notice when I'm doing this, I tend to close my eyes because I react faster to audio, and I think on average humans do as well. It's also why I like the 6-beat buildup, right? And this is a 5 print job, so we're going to do a 5 print. And hopefully we get our 4 Master Balls. course, prismatic, one not rare. I think we've got it. So there you go. That's how you use the leftover print jobs that you have from the Master Ball, or for the Pokeball Lotto, or for the 2x item bonus mode. And that's, in general, everything you need to know about using these seeds that Anubis farmed to RNG manip the item printer. I hope this was helpful to everybody. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye.